Welcome to our channel. We are here with a unique story. When we think about dangers in our surroundings, we often imagine large predators with sharp teeth. However, some of the most terrifying threats come from tiny creatures that are easy to overlook. Insects, from the buzzing mosquito to the quiet crawl of a beetle, may seem harmless at first glance. But some of them have the ability to seriously harm or even kill humans and animals. The real question is, just how dangerous are these insects? Let's take a look at some of the deadliest insects in the world that might be closer than you think. One such dangerous insect is the botfly. You may have come across disturbing videos showing doctors removing botfly larvae from under a person's skin. While the procedure might seem satisfying to watch, botflies are among the most dangerous insects in the world. The insect itself is not directly harmful, it doesn't carry diseases, and its secretions are not poisonous. However, botflies are parasitic, which means they survive by invading a living host. Once a botfly attaches itself to a mammal, it reproduces by laying eggs inside its host's body. This process is quick, aggressive, and extremely painful. Botfly larvae develop under the skin, causing swollen bumps that ooze fluids. Many tourists return from certain tropical regions with what looks like a simple pimple on their skin, only to discover that a botfly has been living and growing beneath the surface. The larvae stay under the skin until they complete their development, and they can only be removed after this stage is over. The human botfly, known scientifically as Dermatobia hominis, is a large, hairy insect that looks similar to a bumblebee. It is mostly found in Central and South America, from Mexico to Paraguay and northeastern Argentina. Hundreds of cases of botfly infestations have been reported in these areas. Once the botfly finds a host, the larvae enter the body through small wounds or by attaching themselves to hair follicles. They then burrow under the skin and remain hidden while breathing through tiny openings. Although cattle and dogs are the most common hosts, botflies can also infest humans, monkeys, pigs, cats, rabbits, sheep, and even buffalo. To remove these larvae, doctors use substances like petroleum jelly, bacon, or beeswax to block their air supply, forcing them to come out. In severe cases, minor surgery is needed to extract them. While botflies do not usually kill their hosts, research shows that animals infected by them can die within 3 to 11 months if they do not receive proper treatment. Another dangerous insect is the bullet ant. At first glance, it may seem like an ordinary ant. However, it has earned its name for a terrifying reason. A sting from this insect feels like being shot by a bullet. People who have been stung describe the pain as the worst they have ever experienced. The affected body part becomes paralyzed, and the victim often experiences uncontrollable shaking. On top of that, the pain is unbearable. Bullet ants are found in the tropical rainforests of Central and South America, including countries like Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, and Brazil. They usually build their colonies at the base of trees, making it easier for them to access food. Each colony has hundreds of ants. The sting of the bullet ant is so painful that in Venezuela, people call it the 24-hour ant, because the pain lasts for an entire day. In Brazil, they are known as formiga preta, meaning big black ant. Indigenous communities also have names for them that translate to the one who wounds deeply, reflecting the intensity of their sting. Despite their terrifying reputation, bullet ants are not aggressive by nature. They only sting when they feel threatened. Before attacking, they release a warning scent to scare away predators. However, if the danger remains, they will bite and sting to defend themselves. Locals in the areas where these ants are found usually wear protective boots when walking near their nests, but tourists often become unsuspecting victims. The main toxin in the bullet ant's venom is called ponerotoxin. This toxin affects the nervous system by blocking the transmission of signals, which is why the sting causes paralysis. Other symptoms include nausea, vomiting, fever, and irregular heartbeat. The pain is so severe that people who have been stung describe sweating uncontrollably and waiting helplessly for the pain to subside. While the venom is not fatal to humans and does not cause allergic reactions, it is deadly to other insects, allowing bullet ants to use it as a powerful weapon. Interestingly, some indigenous communities in Brazil use bullet ants in their rituals. The Sateremor people have a coming-of-age ceremony where young boys must endure multiple stings from bullet ants to prove their strength. The ants are first sedated with herbs and then woven into gloves with their stingers facing inward. The boys must wear these gloves multiple times to be recognized as warriors. Another frightening insect is the Asian giant hornet, which caused widespread panic in the United States in 2021. People feared that these massive hornets, which are not native to North America, were establishing colonies in the country. If they had succeeded, they could have posed a serious threat to honeybee populations. This is why they are often referred to as murder hornets. Asian giant hornets do not discriminate when it comes to their prey, but they are most famously known for their attacks on honeybee colonies. They can enter a hive and kill large numbers of bees by decapitating them. These hornets, scientifically known as Vespa mandarinia, originate from East and Southeast Asia, particularly in Japan, China, Korea, Thailand, and Vietnam. They prefer to live in forested areas and low mountains, where they build their nests underground. The first sightings of these hornets in North America occurred in Washington state and on Vancouver Island in 2019. This discovery alarmed the U.S. Wildlife Department, as these hornets pose a serious threat to honeybee populations, which contribute billions of dollars to the American economy. If the hornets were to establish themselves permanently, they could significantly impact agriculture and the environment. Female Asian giant hornets can grow up to 4 centimeters, about 1.5 inches, long and have powerful, sharp mandibles that allow them to easily decapitate their prey. Everything about them signals danger. While they usually hunt alone, they sometimes coordinate group attacks on beehives during late summer and autumn. These attacks are called the slaughter and occupation phase because they completely take over the hive, killing all the bees inside. Like other wasps, Asian giant hornets build a new nest every year. The cycle begins when a queen emerges from hibernation and starts a colony. She initially raises a few workers, who later take over responsibilities like foraging and nest maintenance. As the colony grows, the hornets become more aggressive and powerful, making them one of the deadliest insect species in the world. These are just a few of the many dangerous insects that exist around us. Some are deadly because of their venom, while others are dangerous due to their aggressive nature. Although they play essential roles in nature, it's always best to stay cautious when encountering them in the wild. In a colony of hornets, new queens and male hornets are produced before winter. After mating, the males and the worker hornets from that year die, while the new queens find safe places to hide and survive the cold months. One of the most feared hornets in the world is the Asian giant hornet. Although its venom is not as toxic as some other wasps, it injects a much larger amount per sting. Its stinger is so strong that it can pierce thick protective clothing, including beekeeping suits. These hornets are known for being highly aggressive, especially when defending their nests. If their nest is threatened, they release signals to call other hornets to attack in groups. This coordinated attack is dangerous, especially for children and people with health conditions. However, despite their aggressive nature, Asian giant hornets do not actively seek out humans to attack unless they feel provoked. Another dangerous insect is the deer tick, also known as the black-legged tick. Although it looks tiny and harmless, this small parasite can cause serious diseases. Found mostly in the northeastern, midwestern, and southeastern parts of the United States, deer ticks can transmit illnesses such as Lyme disease, anaplasmosis, babesiosis, and Powassan virus. These diseases can cause severe or even life-threatening health problems. The deer tick has 4 life stages: egg, larva, nymph, and adult. At every stage, it needs a blood meal to survive. It feeds on small animals like mice and birds, as well as larger animals like deer. The nymph stage is the most dangerous because these tiny ticks are almost impossible to see on human skin. Most cases of tick-borne diseases occur in late spring and early summer when nymphs are active. Since their bites are painless, a tick can remain attached to a person for days without being noticed, giving it plenty of time to pass on infections. If a deer tick is infected and bites a human, bacteria and viruses can enter the bloodstream. The symptoms depend on the disease but often include fever, chills, muscle pain, and, in severe cases, nerve damage. Lyme disease, the most common illness from deer ticks, can cause chronic joint pain, facial paralysis, and heart problems if not treated early. The Powassan virus is rare but extremely dangerous, as it can lead to brain infections and, in some cases, death. There have been many cases of deer tick-related illnesses in the U.S. In one instance, a 62-year-old man in New York developed a severe brain infection due to the Powassan virus. He experienced fever, weakness, and a rash, but, unfortunately, did not survive. Doctors confirmed the presence of the virus in his tissues after his death. What made this case alarming was that he had not traveled recently, which meant the virus was already present in his area. Another case involved a 72-year-old woman in Maine. A month before she was hospitalized, she had removed 2 deer ticks from her body. She later developed symptoms like muscle pain, chills, and a rash, which are common early signs of Lyme disease. Unfortunately, cases like these are not uncommon, and ticks continue to pose a major health threat in many regions. Another well-known dangerous creature is the black widow spider. These spiders are easily recognized by the red hourglass-shaped mark on their abdomen. They are found in temperate areas around the world. The venom of a black widow spider is said to be 15 times stronger than that of a rattlesnake. A bite from a black widow can cause muscle pain, nausea, and even breathing difficulties due to diaphragm paralysis. However, despite their feared reputation, black widow bites are rarely fatal. Most people experience only mild to moderate symptoms, and deaths are extremely rare. The highest risks are for young children, elderly individuals, or those with existing health issues. Black widows are not aggressive and typically only bite when they feel threatened or if someone accidentally disturbs them, such as sitting on one by mistake. In 2006, black widow spiders caused panic in southern Europe, particularly in Albania. Reports claimed that 4 people had died from their bites, but health officials confirmed that only 2 deaths were directly linked to the spiders. One victim was a 17-year-old boy, while the other was a 27-year-old woman. This news led to hundreds of people visiting hospitals to check for spider bites, and many were given antidotes. Black widow spiders also display unique behaviors. The females sometimes kill and eat their male partners after mating, which is why they are called black widows. These spiders are mostly solitary except during mating. Female black widows build large webs where they lay hundreds of eggs in a protective cocoon. The spiderlings leave the web shortly after hatching, while the mother stays behind to continue catching prey like flies, mosquitoes, grasshoppers, and beetles. Another deadly creature is the Lenomia obliqua, also known as the assassin caterpillar. This caterpillar is considered one of the most dangerous in the world because its sting can cause severe internal bleeding and even death. Found in the rainforests of South America, this species has been linked to around 500 deaths. The Lenomia obliqua is only about 2 inches long, but its green and brown color allows it to blend into its environment. The real danger lies in the tiny hollow hairs covering its body, which inject venom when touched. This venom prevents blood from clotting, leading to internal bleeding, which can affect vital organs and even the brain. In extreme cases, multiple stings from this caterpillar can be fatal. Moving on, the assassin bug is another insect that truly lives up to its name. This predator is known for its hunting skills and is found in gardens, forests, and grasslands worldwide. Assassin bugs have long legs and a sharp mouthpart called a proboscis, which they use to pierce their prey. Once they inject digestive enzymes, the prey's body dissolves into liquid, which the assassin bug then drinks. While they help control pests, assassin bugs can also be dangerous to humans. Their bites are painful and can cause swelling. Some species, such as the triatomine bugs, spread Chagas disease, which can cause severe health issues. Even common houseflies can be surprisingly dangerous. These insects breed in filthy places, including garbage and animal waste. They feed on rotting food, feces, and decaying organic matter, making them major carriers of disease. Houseflies can spread at least 65 different diseases, including typhoid fever, dysentery, cholera, polio, and tuberculosis. Since they land on food and surfaces, they easily transfer bacteria, increasing the risk of infections. Another insect that poses a serious risk is the blister beetle. These beetles produce a toxic substance called cantharidin, which can cause painful skin blisters. If accidentally ingested, cantharidin can be fatal, especially for animals like horses, sheep, and cattle. Even dead blister beetles remain toxic, and if they get crushed into hay, they can poison livestock. The effects of poisoning can appear within hours and can lead to severe digestive and urinary issues. In extreme cases, poisoning can cause fatal damage to heart muscles. Finally, the most dangerous insect on this list is the Anopheles mosquito. This mosquito is responsible for spreading malaria, a life-threatening disease that affects millions of people worldwide. It thrives in warm, humid regions, particularly in tropical and subtropical areas. There are over 400 species of Anopheles mosquitoes, but only a few are known to transmit malaria. Female Anopheles mosquitoes lay their eggs in still or slow-moving water. The larvae develop in water before becoming adults. Only female mosquitoes bite because they need blood to produce eggs. When an infected mosquito bites a person, it transfers the malaria parasite into the bloodstream. If not treated, malaria can lead to serious complications, including anemia, respiratory problems, and even death. Besides malaria, Anopheles mosquitoes can also spread other diseases like dengue fever, West Nile virus, and lymphatic filariasis. Because of this, it is crucial to take precautions, such as eliminating standing water, using mosquito repellents, and sleeping under insecticide-treated nets to reduce the risk of infection. Thanks for watching. Stay blessed.